Are you a gender Minotaur or maybe a gender Prius? You better watch this video to find out. You'd hate to not know, right? A professor recently said that this gender Minotaur is a new kind of gender that children can identify as. So we're going to go through this article and just dig into exactly what she said. So let's go through this article from Fox News. This is the feminist medical school professor says trans kids identifying as Minotaurs are part of a gender revolution. Oh, good. Okay, let's just hit a few of these points. This is a California hospital executive and professor claimed children can identify as mythology-inspired creatures and claimed that this category of children loves mermaids. I saw California and professor and I thought, oh, exactly. Who else would come up with this? I guess her name is Diane Erhensaft. She's the director of mental health and the chief psychologist at the UCSF. Sorry, my eyesight is obviously going. Let me zoom in. At the UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital Gender Development Center. She is also a professor at the UCSF School of Medicine. Okay, so if your kids are normal and they're well adjusted, but you want them really screwed up, you might want to send them to this place. So she made these claims about gender ideology, that kids can identify as gender hybrids, which includes a mythology-inspired creature called a gender Minotaur. Okay, so we're going to look at a slide that was in this article, but I had to look up what a Minotaur was because I wasn't positive if it was like the half human, half horse thing or something else. But the Minotaur, I think, is half human, half bull. And I don't know which half is which half, but I'll try to find a graphic and put it up on the screen. So that's what I found out, whatever's on the screen right now. Half man, half bull. And we're just going to go down to these gender hybrids down here at the bottom. So the gender Prius, this is a half girl, half boy. And there's actually a quote later in the article. Let me just read this quote about the gender Prius that she had that was... So this is from the article. I think they were quoting her, where she said, "A boy twirled in my office and said to me, 'You see, I'm a Prius. I'm a boy in the front and I'm a girl in the back.'" This one really confuses me. I don't know about the bathroom situation. If you're going number one, you go to the boys' bathroom. Number two, you go to the girls' bathroom. Because, the front is the boy, back is good. But that seems really unfair to the girls if everybody's going in there to go number two. Because I'm assuming if there's a school in California, 30% of them are going to be gender Prius. So it's going to be a smelly girl's bathroom. Now, when I first heard gender Prius, I thought, oh, this is a gender that is a pretentious climate activist. They're vegan, they do yoga a lot, and they're always going to Starbucks to get their organic soy-based latte. Did I nail it? That's what I first thought. But the gender Prius, half boy, half girl, the boy in the front, girl in the back example, I mean, isn't it, if you're a boy in the front and a girl in the back, aren't you just a boy? Because isn't the stuff in the front what kind of defines... Isn't it always the stuff in the front? Like if somebody's a girl in the front and the boy in the back, that just means they're a girl, right? I mean, it seems like all the stuff is on the front. I mean, I don't get out much. Maybe there could be some stuff back there that I don't know about. Because that's... sorry. I apologize. I'll move on. Anyway, I just thought all the action's in the front, and that's what would define whoever. But okay, apparently, boy in the front, girl in the back. That's the gender Prius. So the next one is a gender Minotaur. This is one on top and another one on the bottom. So like a human on top and a bull on the bottom. So you need to be supportive of this. So if somebody says something like, "I'm a cow" or "I'm a horse face," don't be quick to disagree with them. They might just be identifying as a gender Minotaur, okay? You actually should be gender affirming. So if somebody says, "I'm a cow," you should say, "Yes, you are." Gender affirming, okay? If somebody says, "I'm a horse face," you should say, "You are the best horse face I've ever seen." affirm what they're saying, okay? Affirm them in their gender Minotaur-ness, whatever that is. And she had 2 more on here, which were gender by season, where during the school year you're a girl, and the summer you're a boy, as an example. Gender by season. And the next one is gender by location. Like if you're at home, you're a boy, and at grandma's, you're a girl. This is getting so crazy that it's almost like they're just making this stuff up, right? I mean, I'm sure she's not. I'm sure this is all real. But it sounds pretty out there to me. Later, the article says, now we've got genders moving boulders, and it makes a lot of people nervous, she said. Now, if by moving boulders you mean having breasts removed or having breasts added, I guess I can see what you're saying, but other than that, I don't think so. Each person's web, now I think they mean gender web, because I read that earlier. I have no idea what that is really, but they're talking about a gender web. So each person's gender web will change over time as they age. What's your gender? Don't answer until you hear all your options. That's right, because there's going to be more genders all the time. If you just wait 5 or 10 minutes, there's going to be more genders. And you want to make sure you have all your options in front of you before you pick, because there might be cooler new ones that are just maybe have 3 creatures instead of just 2. That's what I'm holding out for, that one. The article says that this professor is the one that introduced language such as gender fluid, non-binary, and gender expansive. So I guess we know who to thank for that stuff. She also made the point that gender minotaurs love mermaid content. So she said, I started meeting a whole bunch of other gender hybrids, and so we have the gender Prius, and we have a gender Minotaur, she said. And most of the kids who are gender Minotaurs love mermaids. So make sure you have a lot of mermaid books. If you think about it, it works. Yeah. I hope you now feel like an expert on gender Minotaurs and gender Priuses. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.